Hello and welcome back everybody to the podcast, episode number 3. And as you can see, there are 3 of us. We're all 3 here. We made it successfully, even though it's a day late on the recording session. It'll come up probably tomorrow, Thursday, so it'll be a day late. But we're here. So we got Alex right next to me, the place he's usually at to my left, and then Jacob all the way on the end.
What up?
So first topic to go right off the bat. The reason why we're late mainly was we're all lazy and busy, and then
to be honest, it's because we forgot.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the real reason.
But yeah, and then today it's a decent time to record. It's not like midnight, but that's okay. I'll be up till midnight doing the recording. But you went on a hike today, Jacob? You want to talk about that? You didn't go on what?
I was supposed to. I texted the people I was supposed to go with, and they're like, yeah, something came up. I was like, all right,
sure,
you guys.
Sure. So you didn't go on a hike by yourself, or what?
No, there's nowhere for me to go. I can't drive. There's no buses that go out to like any of the like hiking places, so.
I gotcha.
Hike in the city.
Say what?
Hike in the city, dude. Just going like a walk.
Yeah, I'd rather face a bear than a shanker. So,
whoa.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're right. All right, well that was a good topic. Since you didn't actually go, I was really hoping that would go longer and actually have something to talk about. But I guess I should have asked you if you went on the walk or whatever you were gonna do before we started recording. But
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
All right, that's good. I kind of forget what we said we were gonna talk about last week. Do you remember anything, Alex?
I don't think we said what we were going to talk about. We just brought up potential topics.
Yeah, I didn't know if I mentioned anything. But going off of the main topic of the Blackout beta, they did a tournament, sort of a 5K throwback tournament in Call of Duty Ghosts for, 2014 competitive players. I don't remember who won that, but that was a thing that happened last weekend. And then this weekend, there's I think it's either $5,000 or $6,000 Black Ops 3 throwback tournament. So if anybody's interested in that, that's happening. I think it's through UMG, but that's a thing. I watched Nate Shot stream the Ghosts. They made it to semis of losers, I think, which was like the 3rd round in, and they lost. But that's big news in Call of Duty. I guess other than that would be competitive 5v5. I don't remember which team. Oh yeah, it was Envious dropped their entire squad, just fired all of them, and then they bought all of the players from Evil Geniuses, and then picked up one of their guys that they fired to make 5. And then the first 5-man team, and also they literally just dumped their entire squad and then just bought another team, like outright. So I guess that's the only news in competitive Call of Duty that I have. And then, 2 weeks until October 12th is whenever the Blackout comes out, / Black Ops 4, the whole thing. So that's about all the news I have for that.
Well, before that comes out, you know what else comes out? October 5th.
On the 5th? Is it the new thing with the Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I saw a tweet, and somebody's like, already 12 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and gotta say I love it. And I was like, did I miss the drop of Odyssey? And I looked, and I didn't. I still got like another week or something like that.
Is that like not the pre-order, but like the press release for YouTubers and stuff?
That'd be like the press stuff that they put out. So, but yeah, so I was very scared for that, but I'm hype again. So, also, I don't know if I mentioned this last time we talked about on the first podcast about all the video games. Crackdown 3 doesn't come out till February of next year.
Oh, that already came out.
Nah, that's what I thought too.
It wasn't canceled, it was delayed, wasn't it? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah. It's been delayed for a while, and so
I'm surprised it's still being made.
Dude, I'll play it. I'll play the crap out of that game. The second one wasn't very strong, but I really liked the first one. So hopefully it looks like it's going back to the roots of the first one. But that's what I have to say about that. I'm hyped for that.
Cool. So. Is that Xbox exclusive?
I don't think it's
on Windows 10
exclusive, but it is an Xbox, or at least I played it on Xbox. It might be an exclusive.
I don't know. I played 2 a little bit, if I remember right, but it's been too long since I played it. I don't remember, and I haven't kept up with it because I thought it was canceled.
You know, I'm gonna look and see if I could get later, if I can get Crackdown on my 1.
Okay.
Because I want to play that again.
Yeah.
Here's an article from like 2 months ago. 2 months ago. 4 years after it was announced, Crackdown 3 is in a tough spot. Suffered multiple delays, apathy, rumored to be canceled, multiple challenges. Continue while I read through this really quick.
So it's still in development. Okay.
As far as I can tell, yes.
Gotcha. Well, going back to the Odyssey thing, your Amazon Echo has a new feature where it's Helios. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the hero's name?
Achilleos.
Achilleos. Yeah. I have that skill enabled. It's actually kind of funny, and also the trailer that they had, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
It's pretty funny.
Really care.
It's pretty funny.
So.
Even just for the fact of humor, it's pretty funny. Even if you don't have the skill enabled. I haven't really used it, but I heard that it's like a companion app almost for the
game.
I think is the main reason. But I think it has very similar features to the default Echo. Like if you just ask the Echo like a normal question, you can just have his voice instead. But it doesn't run any of the other skills because it's in its own skill kind of thing.
Okay.
But
so it basically just changes the voice of it.
Yeah, but you can ask it stuff about the game and about whatever the history and lore, and it'll give you more details and stuff.
Okay. I see.
But it's pretty cool. I used it for like 10 minutes just because I watched the commercial and I thought it was funny. But
yeah, so the Crackdown 3, it just looks like it's having troubles, and they're just having trouble making it what they want it to be. So, but I mean, I'll play it if it comes out. I'll play it for sure. So
that comes out when? Do you know?
February.
Just sometime in February.
Yeah, February.
Gotcha. So they haven't released an exact date yet.
Right.
I don't know. I might look into it. I don't know. I'll probably let it be like a week and then check out YouTube videos or people streaming it to see if I find it worth it. It'll probably be $60, right?
Probably. It's multiplayer enabled too, so it's like you're not just playing by yourself. So I don't think it'll be like Fallout 76 where it's like constantly multiplayer, but there is like it's more heavily supported in the multiplayer. Like in the second one, it was like, oh, we should put a multiplayer in this, and there was multiplayer all the way through, but it wasn't super great. So
yeah, because we played that a little bit, didn't we? And then we're like, it's kind of bad.
Well, it was also not great because when I played the game, the multiplayer was super dead. Like it'd been forever since the game had come out. So,
but the Fallout 76, just to let everybody know, comes out October 27th.
Dude, that's 3 games in October.
And that'll be on the Bethesda.net launcher on PC, and then the PSN store and the Xbox store for consoles. I don't know if it's on Switch. I don't think it is. But
speaking of consoles, did you guys see PlayStation went through with the cross-platform play for Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So,
I mean, bunch of tweets.
I don't know if anyone actually cares about that. I don't play Fortnite, so I don't give.
Well, now we have 3 consoles that can play Fortnite, once that's a thing in our apartment.
Nice. You got 3 TVs?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, cool. So now you can do 3s instead
Xbox
of 2.
and PlayStation all together.
Love it.
Jesus.
Yeah, Season 6 starts tomorrow, too, if you're a Fortnite player and you somehow don't keep up with it. There's that. But I feel like a lot of people know about that. But yeah, that comes out tomorrow.
I mean,
I don't know what's involved in it and what changes on the map and all that stuff, but I just saw that it was announced for tomorrow. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Man, we don't really have a whole lot this week, do we?
Is there any Destiny news coming up? There was a raid that came out a while ago. I didn't know.
Yeah, the raid was beat. earlier this week, I want to say.
Yeah, I
They
heard that
beat
that
it
one's
in-
really controversial though, right? Where it changed the entire world space, and a lot of people are
It
mad
did.
about it.
Uh,
I didn't actually read in on it, but I just saw a
I
few
think it
things.
changed the Dreaming City, which is like the end game. Like after you beat the storyline, there's a quest line you do, and then that's how you get there. I want to say it changed that space. I personally haven't been there, so I don't know what it was before, and I haven't seen it after the fact.
Mhm.
So there may be some notable stuff. Be like that. I feel like that should have been this way instead of this way, and then it changed. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I haven't played through enough. But yeah, the people who beat it in 18 hours. Took them 18 hours to finally beat it, to figure out all the mechanics since
Right.
nobody else had done it yet. And then apparently if you beat it within the first 24 hours of it releasing, you got a special like emblem. And apparently there was a crew that did it in 24 hours and 2 minutes. So
Nice.
they missed out on the emblem and they weren't too happy about it. But yeah, so I haven't been on in a while. I need to jump back in and level, just get back on track, because it was just like I just got overwhelmed. It's like it's a lot different from what it was originally, just from the update, and there's so much stuff that I feel like I have to get done. Because to get any like clan XP now, it's not like you can just run around and shoot people like it was before. It's you have to complete bounties, and they're timed bounties. So it's like you have 12 hours to do this. It's like, well, if I picked up my bounty at like 9 o'clock, it's like get 10 Crucible wins. That's gonna take me 6 hours, and by that time I have to get to work, and then I work for another 6 hours, and it's like, well, now I don't have any time to get this bounty. So
Gotcha. So it's
like,
rough if you have a life.
right. So
it's almost like World of Warcraft now, honestly. It feels and it sounds very similar.
Yeah,
at least the mechanics and how they're going.
I don't know. Maybe if I just tried and structured my day, be like, okay, I'm working from this time to this time. I'm gonna game from this time after I get home from work to this time. I'll eat food, and I'll go to the gym at this time, and then that. But it's just especially with me wanting to start streaming, it's like I'm gonna have to find time to, until I get the Elgato running, to play both on my Xbox and stream. So it's like I'll have to switch back and forth on days. Like off days, I'll play Xbox, but then that's not fair to my clanmates. But then it's also like something I want to do. So I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Gotcha.
Can't be too hard. But yeah.
Alex, you got a topic for us? You got anything fun in your life? Anything you've been playing?
I mean, played a Yu-Gi-Oh game for a while. That's about it, dude.
Played that Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like the card game, or like
one on the Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh. I just know that it was a card game that a lot of people used to play.
Yeah.
Other people still play. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure people still play it, yeah.
Let me see. Next Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. No? You spell it wrong?
2018.
So you really haven't done anything all week, Alex? You've just been doing school? That's it? Just been playing
the
Yu-Gi-Oh
qualifiers
on the Xbox.
Oh.
I don't play games that much anymore. I'm at like 80% complete on Spider-Man though.
Nice. So you got more to talk about on that one? Because did you have it last week when we recorded? Or did you not play it yet? I didn't remember.
I played it a little bit.
But
I'm almost done with the story, but I've been doing a lot of the collectible stuff.
Gotcha.
Once you get to the third act, though, a lot of extra stuff unlocks, so you get more crimes and then more bases you can fight. the final bases are like freaking hard. That might be because I'm terrible at games, but you know, when there's everybody in heavy armor and you can't web them anymore. Like normal guys, you can hit them with a web and they'll like kind of get pushed back. No, these guys will take it like champ. You can like shoot like 10 at them, and even the guys that are supposed to be like little guys, not even brutes, are like they don't do anything. Like your gadgets are almost useless.
It's kind of annoying, but
yeah,
I mean that's like one way to work around overpowered gadgets, but that kind of ruins the fun of being a superhero at the same time, though.
Yeah, they also have like artillery and watchtowers, and then lightsabers.
They got lightsabers in that game? What?
So it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. It looks like these are old. It doesn't look like there's anything new that's going on for the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. So
I wonder why.
I mean, there's a 2018 World Championship qualifiers.
Yeah,
but
the 2 people that play.
A best of 11 1v1.
It looks like the most recent thing was this last weekend. The 22nd through the 23rd was the 200th Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series
200
in Columbus, Ohio, Mexico City, and Utrecht, Netherlands.
Damn.
Interesting.
No, the OTS Championship is the 29th.
So
and then they're going to be at New York Comic Con, October 4th to the 5th. And then there's the Soul Fusion Sneak Peek, October 13th to 14th.
So it's still relevant, is what you're saying?
Yeah, there's still stuff going on.
Okay.
Jesus. All right.
Nice.
Only hardcore people, though, basically.
A ton of them. Enough to go to Comic Con and have world championships. So.
And they still got a TV show for that game?
Yeah, the 6th season, or the 6th generation.
Yeah, I'm like, 6th season? No way, because that was
Yeah.
It was pretty big when we were kids.
I said the wrong thing.
Yeah, idiot.
You're
Get it
idiot.
right.
Wow.
You don't know. Yeah, in the game I have, it came out in 2015. There were 5 gens, and then they recently released 6th.
Yeah. So it's probably gonna stick around longer than we will.
Yeah,
so.
I don't even understand Gen 1, so
Yep.
I'm a bit too far behind.
All I get is you activated my trap card. So, got him.
I know what a Yu-Gi-Oh card looks like, and that's about it.
Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh card memes are wonderful.
Dude, I got do you guys remember those toys back when you were kids? When we were kids, I think it was for McDonald's. Where, like, you would get the Yu-Gi-Oh, like a little character on wheels, and you would like put the card in it, and it would like race away.
No.
No?
Nah,
You don't
dude.
remember those?
No.
Dude, we had those for a while.
Remember that, I guess.
That's where we got our Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Quentin. That's how we had the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that we had, was from those toys.
Yeah, no wonder we only had like 3 of them.
Yeah,
We had like 3 or 4
4
cards. That was it.
So
Didn't even know what to do with them.
Solid deck, dude.
But we had plenty of Pokemon cards, so it's alright.
do we still have those somewhere, right?
I don't think so. I think
No?
Mike has them, or Jonathan, or somebody.
Maybe.
I don't have a binder anymore, so I don't know if you guys do.
I know you used to have that huge binder underneath your bed, was where we kept them. But
Yeah.
I want to say I think we did give them to our cousins. So yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh still kicking, Pokemon still kicking. What's not kicking that used to be?
Bakugan.
Bakugan. Those were the little ball dudes, right?
Yeah.
Dude, those guys were dope. I remember Isaac Crouch. Dude, he had he had so many.
Oh
It
my
was
god.
great. I'd go over, we'd hang out, and he had a little metal box he kept them in. So you could always just like shake the box, open it up, and then there'd be like 6 of them that had just opened up just because they'd stick.
Nice.
But
All right, I'll be right back. You guys think of a topic. I'll be back in a moment.
you're useless. Okay.
I didn't know we could abandon mid recording.
I know. I was about to get up and turn off my air conditioner, but I'm not like leaving like this yahoo is. Jesus. I don't know. Anything new with you, Alex, or is it just still school?
I started going back to the gym now. I finally able to get a run.
Nice. Good swole.
My injury, not energy.
Right.
So today's my third day. Well, going to be. I did a timed 2 mile yesterday, and then I'm gonna do a timed mile today.
How'd you do?
I did 19:30 yesterday,
Nice.
and then I'd like to get under 8 minutes today.
Solid.
I'd like to get the 3 miles down to almost 20 minutes, 2 almost 15. Well, I guess it'll be lower than that, and then 1 mile in like 6:30.
Pretty good. It's a good goal. So it's good to have goals. Keep you focused. Like me right now, this Saturday, taking my remedial course, getting my license back. And then I'll take the course on Saturday, and then about 4 or 5 days later, I'll go get my license.
All right, I'm back.
And then after that, during that time I'm waiting, I'm going to be looking for a car. That way I can cop that car as soon as I can. Get those temp plates, be cruising again.
You should get a Jeep.
I honestly was thinking about that or a truck.
Get a moped.
Dude, speaking of mopeds, I saw this dude the other day going to work. He had it was literally a moped, but I don't know if he did it or if he had someone do it for him. But it was like stretched out so it looked like a motorcycle. It was like a moped in a motorcycle frame almost. It was so dumb looking. Because it looked like, you guys seen Infinity War, right?
Yeah.
Like when Nebula is all stretched out.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like a moped that just kind of stretched out.
That's weird.
I was like, dude, what are you doing? But
God.
I can't say anything because I don't have any wheels. He at least had 2, no matter how far apart they were.
True.
So. There's some characters down here. Good, I'm tired. Why? I slept until like noon.
I know there was something else that I wanted to talk about, but I'm trying to think of what it was.
How messy your desk is?
Yeah, it's a mess. It's all right. I'm eventually going to get a new one. That's why I just haven't cleaned this one. It's all right.
I feel like you'd want to clean it. That way it's like, okay.
Well, literally the entire mess is actually just that. There's like literally nothing else on the other side. So it's all just pushed into that corner.
Is there still ants running across in front of your keyboard there?
Nah, I killed them. They did now.
Good.
They all gone.
Jesus.
I cleaned it since then. And then I also put this monitor on a mount, so it's not actually touching the ground now. So that's an accomplishment.
Nice.
I don't know what the topic I was gonna say was. What was it? I don't know if it was gaming related or not, but it was something.
I still have to wait like another 4 days until my mouse pad gets here.
Oh, that does remind me what it was. G Fuel. That's what it is. The Doc's
Dr. Disrespect.
Black on Blackberry. G Fuel.
Did you guys see the trailer they put out of him killing children?
That was hilarious.
Alex, have you seen it?
Bro, that was awesome. He was playing dodgeball and he just knocks those kids out. He doesn't even care.
Ruins them.
That's hilarious.
Definitely drop a link to that in the
Yeah, it was hilarious. It's a good time. All 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Murked them.
It's hilarious. But yeah, no, I pre-ordered it with the Doc Jr. Shaker Cup, and that comes October 4th. So whenever the podcast happens, then I'll let you know with a taste test. Yeah, if it's any good. But yeah, that's what happened this week was the G Fuel release. Yeah, that was it. That's what I wanted to remember. So you reminded me. Appreciate it.
Oh boy.
And I've just been playing. Oh, what you got?
I was just gonna say I bought some more Achievement Hunter merch because they had a Tiki Party sale today. So I bought two Tiki glasses, some sunglasses, and a shirt. But
nice.
Yeah, so that cost me like $128.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, their stuff's good, but it's expensive.
Yeah, that one Nate Shot 100 Thieves hoodie cost me $95. So I mean, you got a better deal than I did.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
the last time I bought a bunch of merch was I bought a beer cooler, like a little like bag, like a little round one.
Mhm.
I bought that. I bought 2 sweaters. I bought a hat, and I bought some pins. 5 items. Cost me like it was probably like $180, something like that. It was almost $200 for like 5 items.
Wow.
And like the tiki glasses, I bought 2 of them. They're like $25 a piece. I'm like, God, the sunglasses were like 30 something. I was like, what is this? But guess
Well,
what?
sunglasses, that's pretty decent price, but the glasses
Right.
are a bit expensive. Like, how big are they? They're like full size, or they shot?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, the glasses? No, they're like tiki glasses.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
big
not that bad
mugs.
then. 'Cause
Yeah, they're like
that's a lot of
that, probably
glass.
that big around, like this tall. I don't know if you that
Yeah.
there's really any scale for you to tell, because like they don't know how big my head is. I don't know how big my hands are. It's like probably like I don't know to my eyebrow probably, maybe a little bit more.
Like this cup?
No, it's taller than that.
So
cup.
it's bigger than this.
Well, that cup's bigger than your head.
What?
Well, if you
Cup's
hold it out.
Close. Yeah, it's bigger than my head.
Yeah, look how big this thing is. It's ginormous. Jesus, I drink so much.
What was that, Alex? Was that your mouse?
No,
His hat.
Oh.
my remote, my fan.
Oh, nice. You just felt like
Got
holding
hot.
something up.
You
Yeah,
wanted to share too.
yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's what I got to complain about.
In other news, I just realized I drank 1,200 calories with an eggnog in a couple seconds earlier.
Why?
Why eggnog?
And why so soon on the eggnog? It's spoopy season.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Yeah, it says spooky eggnog.
Ooh,
I bought
nice.
Ash and I went to Walmart with Kevin a couple weeks ago, and I bought some apparently, and it's been sitting there, and then I just drank almost all of it.
All of it.
What do you mean
Dude,
apparently? You don't remember buying it?
I like, remember, but didn't remember. So I was like walking around
Oh.
like, "Did you buy eggnog? Did you buy eggnog?" And everybody else was like, "No." I was like, "That's probably me then," because I remember I wanted it, but I don't remember buying it.
Ah, gotcha.
So I just
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that even any good? I don't think I've ever had it. I prefer apple cider anyways. But
apple cider is good. Eggnog is, I love it. It's
I
fantastic.
prefer alcohol.
It's very fattening. Alcohol's good too.
Alcohol's great.
Re-
You guys are something else.
Everclear.
Everclear. Get that Everclear. Dude,
Can't relate.
Dude, a couple nights ago, I don't know what it was. I was just watching YouTube, I think, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself a drink. I'm gonna use some of my makers, which is 750 milliliters, 45% by volume. That means it's 90 proof, which is hella strong. And so I took this glass here. I filled it probably on accident, like that full of makers. That's a lot of makers. And I was like, I'm gonna die if I drink this. And so I had to pour it into another glass. And so I was just gonna be like, oh, I'll have one drink. But I was like, I don't want to waste my makers because this was like $20 for the bottle. So I had 2 drinks and
Yeah.
they were good, but it was like, God, this is hella strong. So
I smuggled a thing of Tennessee honey from Africa.
ooh, Tennessee
then-
honey is good, dude.
But from Africa, so it's foreign.
I smuggled it. It was
How'd
pretty
you
fun.
smuggle it?
I put it in my backpack and they didn't take it.
That's pretty risky,
So
man. You
dumb.
could have been kicked off the flight right there.
You could have gone to jail for that right there. Trying to smuggle stuff out of the country.
Nice.
But yeah,
It's
I have a
worth-
bad
it's
habit
worth.
of just drinking Jack straight, so I gotta like be careful because that gets expensive.
I mean, the Tennessee honey's really easy to drink straight because it's really smooth and like it's pretty good. Di Serono is like that too. Like you could just drink that stuff straight. It's like cherry and it's pretty sugary, so it's like.
So
it
is that
doesn't
like
taste
the
alcohol.
the Mountain Dew of alcohol? Is that what you're trying to say?
Or loco. Four Locos.
Dude, I want to try Four Loko, but I've heard they're like so bad.
Have you never tried one?
No,
It
because I
tastes
was
like
at
soda. It's soda.
right, but it's got alcohol. It's
Mail
energy.
them.
Well,
Just
they
send it one
made
in the
it
mail.
now. Dude, I'm gonna see if there's any Four Locos near me.
Yeah, you
Or,
gotta.
place.
What is it? You can get Grubhub or is it Uber Eats that will buy it? Who is it that does the alcohol? Because I know there's a company that does that.
I don't know.
They'll
Four Loko near me.
they'll bring you. They'll bring you.
We get
stuff.
them at the gas station, like a Circle K. That's where we get them.
Dude, Four Loko's got a whole website that. Jesus.
I mean, everybody's got a website now because Wix. Hashtag
Right.
not sponsored.
Find Four Loko today.
But if you want to, I have a Wix tutorial. No, I don't actually.
Ooh.
Thanks to Wix for making this site.
I can't even remember the intros, but they're like so lame
Cringy?
and cringy. Like everybody does the same intro. It's like Rhett and Link, they did one, and then you got Rhodey from Iron Man did one, and then you got some other lady that did one, and then you have a model that did one. They all do the exact same thing, and it's like you guys have completely different personalities, but you're over here doing the exact same commercial. They could at least let them kind of put their own swing on it, but they didn't.
Yeah, Jacob, you should chug a Four Loko.
Well, it looks like the closest is in fucking New York.
You don't need to go to a Four Loko store.
That's
You're going to
probably
like
what
the
it's
merch
telling me,
store or
too.
something. You don't need to go to that.
That is true.
Go to a freaking gas station. That's probably where you'll find
Hilarious.
them.
See, I don't want to just like wander to all the gas stations around
What you
me.
do is you get Uber Eats or Grubhub. Other food delivery services are available. I just don't know them.
Four
And
Loko
then
Gold
you just
beer
say, "Get me some
at
Four
Walmart.
Locos," and then they go and find it, and then you pay them for it.
Four Loko Gold is good. Sour apple's okay.
What places sell Four Loko on bodybuilding.com forums?
Nice.
What?
That's
not the place you should be
the
going. to
best
find
forum.
Four
Wow,
What the heck?
it's hilarious.
Maps. I guess I could just call to the various gas stations around me.
That's gonna look. Just go in and see. Oh my
Be like,
God.
hey, I need some Four Loko.
I need it in my life.
They're gonna ask if you have a problem, sir.
Jesus. I mean, because I guess, I don't know. Because I want to try it. There's a Phillips on Ollie. I may try and find some and then share, but I honestly have no idea where any place that would sell it, so.
You come here and we'll get you some.
Okay. I'll
If
just,
you can't find them. There are
Oh.
literally a lot of gas stations though, so you should have no problem.
yeah. I may, how far is that one? And I may see, because I don't think it's too warm. No, it's 67.
No, it's great outside right now, dude.
I may take a walk then later.
Weather is next level. Honestly, you should have went on a hike today, dude.
I
Would've
know,
been amazing.
but they're all like, oh yeah, stuff came up, so.
Hike by yourself. Get eaten by a bear, dude.
I
This is
can't, you missed it. I literally can't hike by myself because I can't
we
make
already
a video
talked
that's
about this at the
hiking.
very beginning
Yeah,
of the
I heard.
the podcast.
So,
Full circle, and we didn't even mean
Yeah.
to.
but yeah, so I may take a walk down because there's a gas station. I don't know, it's probably like 2 miles either, not 2 miles, like a half mile.
There's
mile
got to
and a
be
half,
one like
something
down
like
that street, isn't there?
Well, there's one on the circle there, the
Yeah.
roundabout,
Not that far.
on Central, and there is a town, but Nan said don't go in there. So
Don't
she's
go
like,
in
that's
there.
not a place for white people. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I forgot you guys technically live in the black neighborhood down there.
Yeah, it's not like we're.
I mean,
pretty
it's not
close.
like the deep end of the hood, but
deep into the hood.
Oh gosh.
you guys are on the fringe.
Yeah.
The fringe.
Let's steer away from this conversation. But yeah. So I may try to find some, see what it's like.
You'll love them. I mean, actually, a lot of people hate them, but I like
Right.
them. I can drink them like soda.
That's probably not healthy, but okay.
Soda's not very healthy either, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
So, I
Probably
mean, you
healthier
might
than
as
Four
well just
Loko.
keep going.
Probably healthier than Four Loko
Nah,
by a long shot.
nah.
All right, dude. Whatever you say.
I don't believe it either. I'm with Alex on this one. I've never had it.
Man.
It's much preferred. What was that? Is that your air conditioner you turned on or off?
Off. I'm cold.
Why do you have it on right now, dude? It's literally 60 degrees outside.
It was warm when I got here after my shower, okay? Because I showered probably like 45 minutes ago.
It's like a personal problem.
45, 50 minutes ago, so.
Yeah.
Listen here, Alex. I'll fight you.
Alex doesn't shower.
I'll wipe you out. Obviously, have you ever felt his head? Greasy AF, dude. Run some shampoo through there every once in a while.
I do once a day now.
Cutting back?
Dude, I don't do things most days, so why shower if I'm not dirty?
Basic hygiene, who cares about it? It's pointless anyway.
I have a girlfriend. She doesn't care. It's fine.
There you go. You're good.
He doesn't have to worry about catching anyone if he's already got someone.
Exactly.
You're good.
Yes, that's a way to live. It's a thought process.
It's not the healthiest, but hey, who am I to say, right? I'm not your life coach or your gym teacher. I don't need to tell you what to do.
Life coach or gym teacher, because both of those people tell you to shower on a daily basis.
Hey, if you don't shower, I'm pretty sure they'll be the first two people to tell you to shower. Honestly.
Be like, yo, you smell.
That or literally any significant other you have, or your parents, or your family will probably tell you first.
I need to change my bed sheets. I go to bed so one night I
go to bed twice a week. Same rate that I shampoo my hair.
I went to the gym, and then I was like so tired, so I just slept on my bed, and I was like really wet.
Tasty.
Yeah, so the sheets are super dirty.
Can't do that, dude. I physically couldn't do that. Like, I could barely fall asleep when it's like 75 degrees in my room.
Dude.
Let alone be sopping wet from working out and then just wanting to go straight to bed.
I don't think he was sopping
You made it sound like you just got drenched and just jumped in your bed and curled up and went to sleep.
I mean, I did.
And then you wake up with a puddle, like just an outline of your body on your bed when you get up in the morning. That's what I imagine.
I don't cuddle with her because it gets too hot.
Dude, I went to bed with a sweatshirt on because it was still kind of cold in my room.
Why would you do that?
Well, I had my air conditioner run like 2 hours before I want to go to bed. That way it's like cooled off in my room when I go to sleep. And then that way it's not like disturbingly hot in the middle of the night. But so I had a sweatshirt on. And then when I went to sleep, I woke up. I'm like, man, I'm actually comfortable with this sweatshirt on. And I'm like, man, it is fall because it's cold enough in my room when I fall asleep. The one other time I did that, I woke up and there was just like a ring of sweat around my collar. And then on my waistband, there was also another ring of sweat just because like from where I was like, I just sweated in the middle of the night. It was
gross.
It was, I was like, ugh. But then I fell back asleep because it was like 3 a.m. So.
Yeah, I exclusively wear sweatshirts to bed. And I have been for like 2 months now. So.
Yeah, because the upstairs is like negative 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's consistently 60 degrees.
It's not 60
year
degrees.
Round.
That's what your air conditioner says. That it's blowing to cool it to 60 degrees.
Yeah, but when I'm laying
when it blows
in the
cold
bed,
air, it's not 60 degrees. It's just cold.
Yeah, the bed is right here. And then you got the air conditioning right there, blowing pretty much straight at it. So it's 60 degrees on me, but everywhere else it's like 75 degrees. But I don't care.
No, dude. The upstairs is freezing all the way around. Trust me.
Yeah, but it's not 60 degrees everywhere. Like in here, it's at least 70 degrees.
30 degrees everywhere.
No.
It's cold enough in that room to freeze
What
stuff.
do I live in a freezer?
Yeah,
There's no way that's that powerful.
It's
not possible that that's powerful.
It's so cold up there.
I mean, it is cold, I agree. But...
When I was home last time, like, I was freezing every single night.
Yeah,
I woke up with, like,
sleep.
just, look at this, trying not to die from the cold.
It's so much
How
better.
often do you go home, Jacob?
Not very.
Once a year so far.
Nah, dude, I came home, like, 4 times this year.
Nah.
4 or 5 times.
No way.
I came home for Easter.
I don't even remember.
I
You're right.
did,
You came
'cause I
home one
surprised
time during the
Mom.
summer. Sorry, my bad.
I surprised Mom for Easter. Dalton came and got me like two times this summer, I think. I came down to visit, and then I visited right before you went back to school. So that's 4.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make another visit soon after I get my license back. So that'll be 5 in 1 year.
Whoa! Look out.
Sorry that I'm living away from home.
Hey, I'm not sorry.
All right, bud.
I'm coming home this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah,
Are you gonna work all weekend?
yeah, I gotta work.
Figured.
Ashton's birthday is coming up, so I need to get some extra money.
Yeah. Hey, dude. Alex, tilt your camera away from the window because you're like. There you go. There you go.
That's better.
Because it was just the window. You were just real dark. So it's a little bit better.
Good job.
Just relaxing, chillaxing, maxing.
Exhausted. I have class all day.
Sounds rough,
Right.
my dude. Try
Right.
sleeping all day. It's real hard.
I bet. I freaking drank all that eggnog and I ate a whole box of mac and cheese.
Did you at least cook the mac and cheese, or
No,
Yeah.
just
didn't
shells,
make it that far?
powder, milk,
Ooh.
butter.
And you're just
Basically.
swishing it around in your mouth.
Just shake your head around and swallow
man.
that.
That'd be something else.
That'd be disgusting, is what that'd be.
Hey, have you tried it? No.
No.
You have not.
Because that'd be disgusting.
Hey, Jacob, have you tried a peanut butter mayonnaise sandwich?
No, because that's disgusting.
Well,
Mayonnaise is gross.
What is that, like Jason's specialty?
Yeah, I put it on my story the other day, but he had like a quadruple one or whatever.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I saw it. It's because I'm a god, wasn't
Yeah.
it? I think it was that and like a small bag of Lay's chips, I think.
Yep. Peanut butter mayo, dude.
That's too much. It's one or the
No,
other,
Thank you.
to be fair.
Speaking of people making disgusting meals, one of my friends, she told me to watch some stuff by Filthy Frank. I don't know if either
Looks
of you
like I
guys have
do.
heard of him. He's the guy who's like in the pink bodysuit. Have you seen him?
Okay, yeah. I think I've seen a meme.
Who kind of looks like the little like elf dude from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
With the balloon.
Yeah.
It's what he kind of looks like, but it's a pink bodysuit instead. Well, that's Filthy Frank, and he has a 3-part series of making cakes with some people. And the first one's vomit cake. The second one's or one of them's vomit cake, one of them's human cake, and I can't remember what the third one is. But it's not a great video to watch.
It's
I'm
disgusting.
glad I had like a bag of rice, just like Uncle Ben's.
Mm. Is he
It
watching it
wasn't
right now?
I don't know. It wasn't great.
I could hear it.
So bad. Like
Wow.
if you can't do vomit, don't watch any of them.
It's pretty
Because
gross.
literally they vomit the entire video. And I asked her, I'm like, is literally all this stuff like this? She's like, for the most part. I'll send you some more links. I'm like, oh God. So
That's
I'm
messed
watching
yeah,
the cinnamon challenge one right now.
I was
He's
like,
putting
no,
corn in it. What? What?
it was not great.
I'm surprised this
Dude.
guy's still relevant on YouTube. It's actually
Filthy
fantastic.
Frank?
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, he's switched over to music now, I think. That's what
Good.
she said. Is that one of his songs is actually the one she suggested I listen to? It's called "Dancing in the Dark," I think. Let me check. Yeah, "Slow Dancing in the Dark" by
That's a
Joji.
channel you accidentally stumble upon at 3 o'clock in the morning on YouTube, honestly.
Filthy Frank, yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're subscribed to Epic Mealtime and probably another decent cooking show person, I don't know. And then you watch those by day, and then they're like, let's just keep giving them more food options. And then 3 a.m. happens, and
Right.
they're watching this guy vomit into a cake and then cook
Dude,
it.
it's not great. I'm so upset. I was so upset the entire time. I'm like, I'm so glad I ate nothing more than that bag of rice. Otherwise, I probably would have thrown up.
It's pretty gross.
Cause like, one of the guys chugs milk because they need 4 cups of milk, and so they're just like, all right, just chugs like it was like a gallon of milk, like maybe it was like half a gallon or something like that, but just chugs like milk, and then he's just like, throws it up into the bowl, and they put pubes, toenail clippings, ass hair. It was spit. It was not great.
That's disgusting. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, that's pretty nasty.
Oh.
I
told
definitely
you.
will not look that up.
Told you.
Gonna avoid
No,
Don't.
it's no.
that.
What?
Which one are you watching, Alex?
Oh my god, no. Well, I was looking at human cake one.
Yeah. Not great.
Oh.
I'm guessing vomit cake's the worst because literally they just throw up into the bowl for all the liquid ingredients, I think. So it's
pretty gross.
weird. I want to watch more of his stuff, but it's just if it's all just like nasty, them throwing up everywhere.
7 easy ways to make chocolate at home.
The other stuff I can stand, like them getting the pubes and that stuff, but then like they eat it and they just throw up, and it's like, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, fair.
And they mix it with alcohol too, so
that's
it's just
dedication, honestly, to the what is that?
What's real dedication is like they
storyline.
throw up and it gets all over their hands and all their like pants and their clothes and that stuff, and they're just like they just keep going. I'm just like,
I don't know
what
how
are
you
doing?
convince people to join you in that. I can understand
I
one
don't
person
know.
thinking that's hilarious and a good time, but getting multiple people on board to do that consistently.
I don't know. It's amazing somehow. So, but yeah. That's something you can watch and enjoy.
Do not. Nobody do it. It's not worth it.
So let's flip the table and go like high quality, good content on YouTube, and we talk about the first of all the Shawn Mendes trailer that Casey Neistat dropped. That's pretty dope. I don't think you guys watched it, did you? By your looks in your face.
I don't follow Casey Neistat.
Okay, well he's doing a documentary for Shawn Mendes about his life, and he's shooting it and recording it, so it looks dope because Casey Neistat's a god. But that's a thing. He released a trailer yesterday or the day before. That was pretty cool. And then the other one is Shane Dawson's The Mind of Jake Paul. First episode came out yesterday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one is
I remember
real
hearing
good.
about that.
That one's real good.
Is that on Shane's channel or where?
Yeah, that's on his channel. Okay. Yeah. But basically the whole point of the premise is they're going into Jake Paul and his backstory and all of the stuff he's done, and then they're evaluating if he's a sociopath or not, is the premise of what's happening.
Okay.
Because he wanted to make a video about sociopaths just in general, and he was going to talk to different people and do videos, and then he tweeted something about wanting to do a video about Jake Paul, and then Jake's like, I'm down. And he's like, well, now I can just do him instead of, in general, sociopaths. So
right.
It's really cool, though. I enjoyed it in the first episode.
Yeah,
it's like 40 minutes and 32 seconds long or something like that.
Well, it's like
worth a watch.
People talk about like people being psychopaths or sociopaths and that kind of stuff. Like, there was a TED Talk I watched, and it was this guy. He was at one of his friend's house, and they were in his library, and his friend was like some sort of doctor or had some sort of medical degree, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had all these like kind of medical books and that kind of stuff, and he was just like perusing them and seeing what he had, and he stumbled upon one. It was like various like mental disorders and that kind of stuff. And so he was looking through it, and he came across this like psychopath / sociopath, and it was like saying like the different things that are traits, predominant traits of like psychopaths and sociopaths and that kind of stuff. And he's like, I wonder if I talk to people, it's like if I could find these traits and see who has the potential and blah blah. And so as he's doing this and interviewing various people, like he decided to focus on like successful people,
right,
to see if there was something, if that was part of their drive. And like he noticed it's like a lot of them have the same tendencies of being very driven, like very focused, like exceedingly charming, but can also be very like apathetic.
Yeah.
And then like focused on just one goal. And then he realized, like after he had been doing this for like 2 years or something like that, and making this paper and this whole like research document about it, he realized he's like, in doing this experiment, I become so single-mindedly focused on this that it's like blocked out everything else. And like he's so like, he realized he was becoming a sociopath about this thing. And so he's like, that just goes to basically the TLDR was like, all of us have the potential to be like that, to become a sociopath, because it's like all it takes is just
it's a
single-minded. It's a mindset. Yeah, it's just like some people are maybe born with like more like a, or going to be more prone to it, or it's going to be much more extreme. But like any one of us could, in theory, become a sociopath as long as we're driven to a single goal and like to the exclusion of all else.
Right.
It's like you can become a sociopath. So that was kind of like the long and short of it. There's a lot more like I'll try and find it and then send you a link so you can post that. But
cool.
Yeah, it was interesting because it's like he's like, basically we all have the potential. So just do what you enjoy and be focused. Just be careful of how far you go with it, kind of thing. So
gotcha.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So I don't know when the part 2 of the Mind of Jake Paul is coming out, but I'm assuming it'll be weekly if you go by his other documentaries that he has.
Right.
Of like 5 or 6 other people. So it's worth a watch, even if you don't like Shane Dawson or Jake Paul. I think it's worth it. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And then Logan Paul is going to go to the UFC potentially. That's the other Paul news that I know of. That's good news for everybody on YouTube, because that means he's not going to be a YouTuber anymore.
Right. Because he'll be too brain dead too.
Yeah, he'll be too busy punching other people.
Or getting punched.
Yeah. But
yeah,
so
speaking of new
he's
stuff,
almost off the platform now, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of new like content coming out, have you guys been watching any new shows or anything? Anything interesting that you're watching?
BoJack Horseman. That's about it.
I watched
that. I watched, I think, almost the whole first season of that. It's pretty good. I don't understand a third of it, but that's just because I watch it like before I go to bed every night at midnight. So I'm kind of like brain dead at that point anyways. So I don't remember much of what's happening. But it's a pretty good show. And then Maniac makes 0 sense to me. But I've heard that it's really dope. So I'm still trying to watch it.
Atypical. That's a good show.
Yeah, season 2 just came out a week or so ago, didn't it? 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched the first season when it first came out. I just haven't went back and watched season 2 yet. But you want to give a synopsis of what it's about, Alex?
Well, there's this autistic kid, and he's got both of his parents and his sister, who's younger. It's mostly about him going to high school in the first season and kind of exploring his life in that way with his job and home life, balancing like social life too, somewhat. Just interactions with other people. And it's more about him discovering who he is and coming to terms with him becoming independent and stuff towards the second season and all that. Along with him dealing with issues that happen in the family. I think it's a cool show. Really cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first season when I watched it. I just haven't went back and watched the second season yet. But I did enjoy it as well.
Solid. Yeah. I haven't been watching much of anything. I just don't have time because I watch enough YouTube content that it's like I'm constantly trying to play keep up with that. And by the time I finish, it's like midnight or 11 o'clock or something like that. And I'm not going to start a TV show that I know I'm just going to drop out from the next day as I get back into the YouTube. And then playing video games and streaming, it's like won't really have time to do like watch shows. So, I mean, every once in a while, like I have Legend of Korra. I need to watch that. So I can probably knock that out in a day and a half, 2 days, something. So
you got all of the Last Airbender stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to borrow that.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spend $90 on iTunes to buy it. So,
dude, just buy it at the store.
No, I don't have a disk drive for my PC, and I don't want to have to go downstairs and watch it on the TV. So
fair enough.
I was just gonna buy it on iTunes so I could watch it on my laptop and on my computer. But it's 20 to I think it's 25 for the first season, and then it's $30 for the next 2 seasons.
Dude, I bought the bundle for.
It's expensive.
It was like I spent maybe $30 on the. No, it was like $25 for the DVD bundle. And that's all I. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so expensive on iTunes, but it just is.
Because it's iTunes. But yeah, every once in a while I'll throw on Rick and Morty. Just because it's like that's a great show. So if like I'm cleaning or if I'm not really wanting to pay attention to anything, I'll just throw it on. So I mean I don't do much cleaning. It's like I'll straighten things up and then that takes me 5 minutes. But like when I move out, it's like that'll be nice to have. It's like I've seen the show, I know what's going on. So if I have to step away from the episode, I can. But if I want to just jump back in, I know what's going on. So
Jason does that with every sitcom he's ever seen.
The Office is my favorite for that, honestly.
I haven't.
That and Parks and Rec
I need to
work very well.
I need to watch all of The Office, so I can't do that.
What?
I haven't. I stopped because we were watching it all together, but then like I just stopped because it's like I got off doing other stuff, and so it's like I probably like I want to say like 2-3 seasons from the end, but because I want to say the last I saw, Holly had come back, but Michael hadn't left yet. So I know Jim and Pam were married, and then Holly had come back, but Michael hadn't left. They hadn't left yet. So yeah, so there's a lot I haven't seen, but it's okay because all the memes I see are from seasons I know, so it's okay. There's a couple where it's like, I haven't seen that, but it's okay because I don't.
I do understand the characters.
I do understand the characters, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know.
The other thing I did watch is Deadpool 2.
Oof.
Watch that.
Ooh, wait.
That one's real good. Have you watched that, Alex?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Opening night.
Nice.
When you saw that shit in theaters.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it in 4K the other day. It was real good. I trying to figure out if I liked it more than the first one. I don't think I do.
Yeah,
just because this one was, I don't know, not necessarily more sad, but it was just, I don't know. That was the main thing.
It was trying to tell more of a story, and the other one was just Deadpool being Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean it was still dope, and I was a fan of all the jokes. They're all funny. It was good from that point, but the base story was kind of meh.
Yeah, from okay. what my opinion is Deadpool. I like how we're talking about like a 2-month-old movie at this point.
A what?
Deadpool's like 2-3 months old.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah. It just came out to own.
It came out in the summer.
A half ago is the reason why.
But it came out earlier in the month. Like at the beginning of the month, it was on DVD or it was out in stores. So
yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, I could very well tell it was like they just took the formula of the first movie and just reskinned it.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. So because it was very similar to the original, but there was new characters, some different plot points. But
yeah, the two main things that I had issues with was the collar thing that disables mutants' powers. That wasn't explained. I don't know how mutant powers work, but I'm pretty sure Wade Wilson's power is the fact that he has cancer. That's what they explained in the first one is he just had cancer.
His power is he regenerates.
Yeah, I mean that's not explained in the movies. I understand his character and how it works, but in the movies, how they explain this, he just had rapid cancer. And then they just mutated.
No,
and that's why he doesn't die, is because the cancer grows faster than his normal cells, so he can't die.
No, what happens? It's explained in the first movie, and then there's a little you gotta if you know the comics, you can infer more.
Yeah.
But in the movie, Francis Ajax literally tells him. He says, body regenerates, and that made you immortal because your body regenerates the cells that the cancer kills faster than they can kill them.
Yeah, the torture and stuff brought about his mutation. He had cancer, and then all the whatever they did like just made it go faster. But because of his mutant abilities, he heals at the same time.
Right.
And so they do the thing. Like he technically couldn't die even from the cancer though, because once he dies, the collar would stop working, and then
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
life.
I didn't like it. Is because if he just died, then he would just regenerate anyways.
No, the collar is just on, and then that it just they didn't explain how the collar works.
Yeah.
Which I guess is where you guys are getting frustrated at. But I'm guessing it is some sort of like blocker that blocks whatever part in your mind is causing the mutation to exist.
Yeah, but what I'm saying with Deadpool specifically is that when he dies with the collar on, his body would just be dead until the collar was taken off, and then he would regenerate, right? Or does the mutant power work with his organs? Like if his heart stops, then it's game over because he literally explodes at the very beginning and he's in a million pieces and then put in a body bag and then it regenerates. Well, or the bottom half of his body gets cut off and he just grows new legs.
How Deadpool basically works is Deadpool does Deadpool. Like he doesn't fall like the mutant collars. They work on all other mutants. They're not necessarily like in their brain. Like I don't know all like the X-Men, but I know one has wings.
Yeah.
They're different things. Like any other mutant, like they're useless. They can be killed if you put that kind of collar on. Like because I think that's somewhat canon or whatever. I don't know what it is. I didn't read the comics. But Deadpool's Deadpool. He really can't die because he breaks all the rules of everything.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, that's how they wrote him. It was a lot of times he doesn't make sense, but it's Deadpool, so he's allowed to break the rules.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a plot device to help the story of him wanting to die but can't die, so then they introduce the collar so that he can kill himself.
But then
I don't think he can actually die. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is even with the collar on, I don't think he would necessarily die. But that's to be explained in Deadpool 3 or somewhere in comics is probably explained if it's a canon piece of evidence. But the second thing was time travel with Cable. Just the time travel in entirety of every genre trying to use time travel. Nobody knows how it works. So... And most everybody usually follows the same plot line of if you change one thing by going back in time, then you don't exist anymore because everything completely changes in the future from that one event, no matter what it is. So I don't understand how necessarily by putting the lead token to where he was going to get shot somehow still doesn't change the fact that his family is alive again, and then Deadpool doesn't. He gets shot in the exact same place. The exact same things transpire. Nothing changes. I just don't get it. Because nobody really knows how time travel works anyway, so it's kind of a very loose subject to begin with. So.
I mean, that's kind of the beauty and hate of time travel. Is like you can make it work however you want. It's like, in your story, you can decide how it works. Yeah. Sometimes it contradicts itself because you have to keep in mind the paradoxes that exist within the subject of time travel, like the grandfather paradox, where you can't go back in time and kill your own grandpa because then you're not born to go back in time to kill your own grandpa, kind of thing. There's like the meeting yourself paradox, where it's like, or like in the Harry Potter, where like everything you do has already happened.
No matter
is there
what
really
you do.
A point? Yeah, no matter what you do, it's like it's already done.
Yeah, but then also the end credit scene where they fix the time travel device. How? Because it's not invented in their timeline. Like it's 50 years later is when time travel was invented. So how did they know how to build it then? Or at least repair it, to be fair.
Well, see, it's because I mean, we reverse engineer stuff all the time. That's
but it was Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Yukio, or whatever the crap her name was, that did it. The two random X-Men, not Professor Xavier, not some other really smart mutant, not anybody really smart in general, not Iron Man or anybody else, because he's still in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though people don't want to believe it. He is. He's there. But it's just like, how did they just do that? I mean, I understand it's in credit scene. It was more just for the joke and for fun, but going with Marvel in credit scene, they're all canon to the next story. So it is still a plot that doesn't make any sense, that they just knew how to fix it. And then they're just like, yeah, sure, Deadpool, here's the time travel device. Use it however you want.
Right. I don't know. If you're smart enough, you can reverse engineer stuff. I mean, that's what they always did. That's what they did in like the World Wars and that kind of stuff. They captured something, they reversed engineered it and used it
Which again,
for their own.
When he saves what's her face at the end of the movie again,
Vanessa?
just doesn't actually die. That completely reverses the entire story, because if she's still alive, he doesn't go on a manhunt and blow himself up and go to the X-Men house.
Right.
Like that's straight up fact. If they're still alive, he doesn't have to go and do those events. There would be no reason for him to blow himself up and do that. So that should 100% change the storyline.
It's Deadpool.
The bullet thing doesn't necessarily have to, because you can still make those decisions even though you don't know you're going to die. You were willing to die. So that still affects everybody mentally and emotionally in that situation. But the fact where that lady comes back to life and he doesn't blow himself up to go to the X-Men place to then be all sad and be dead and want to die, that's not a thing.
Right.
He doesn't have that motivation. He just murders the guy and moves on with his life and wouldn't meet Cable. And
I don't know.
That little young guy would eventually blow something up, but it wouldn't be Deadpool's problem.
Right.
He would just see it on the news and be like, huh, cool, that X-Men's a little kid, good for him. But other than that, the story was real good. I enjoyed it. I was just nitpicking.
I mean, you can
small
pick
things.
apart anything if you look at it long enough.
And I can overlook both of those.
That's why CinemaSins exists. So.
Yeah,
but
I'm okay with it all happening at the same time. I'm just waiting for a crossover event with Deadpool, because I think he's supposed to be in Infinity War Part 2.
If he is, that'd be pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
Unless all of the fake, like all the pictures of sets are fake and he's photoshopped in them. I'm pretty sure he's there.
So,
but
we'll see.
I don't know how he'll be incorporated with the regular MCU in general and being with the Avengers and all those people alive.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know. They'll figure it out. They're smart people. They've done this for a while, so.
And I would assume that he's not one of the people that got snapped and evaporated, because then it would be like, okay, well, now they're not dead because Deadpool can't die, so they didn't just die.
Right. See, I don't think they died anyway.
No, but that's what they wanted you to think, is that everybody just got murked. But 100% they didn't get murked. They're inside the Soul Stone. 100%.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's how it literally is in the comics. So.
That's also where he went at the end of the movie, too, as he went into the Soul Stone and saw Gamora.
That's theorized.
No, it's not. It's 100% fact,
That's
dude.
theorized. It's not confirmed, but it's a good possibility. It's a good theory.
I mean, why else would he think of little baby Gamora and have that conversation with her, unless
if
she's
it was in the
alive
Soul
inside
Stone,
the Soul Stone?
and she got traded for her soul got put in the Soul Stone, and that's how it came to be, then
Now, to be fair, I don't understand why she was a little baby Gamora.
exactly. Unless she just in her inner soul, she still sees herself as a child, maybe, but I don't think so. She's been through so much. It's like there's no way she would be able to keep that small childlike soul.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
it'll be explained. Nobody's dead, I don't think.
At
the very least, they're all murked, and you got to time travel backwards in time because reasons. And Deadpool set up the whole time travel sequence. But Ant-Man can also time travel because he can shrink and do all that junk, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and we're assuming he's still alive, and he'll come back in Avengers Part 2 and then help everybody time travel back in time to fulfill everybody's contracts with Disney and Marvel. At the very least, everybody will be back in there in a flashback of some sort. They can't just be kicked out of the set and as a cast.
New Marvel stuff. That Captain Marvel trailer. Have you guys seen that yet?
Yeah,
You
it's
doggy.
cool.
Dude, I was at work and I was turning the TVs on and I saw that the trailer was playing. I was like, oh. I stood there. It was probably like what, 3-minute trailer?
Yeah, it's 3 to 5 minutes.
Stood there and watched the whole thing. And I'm like, that looks pretty dope. And then I continued on with
I'm
my
just
day.
annoyed more than anything about it because they intentionally left her out of Infinity War Part 1 so that they could use her as a cop-out for the next how to beat Thanos.
For a cop-out.
But to be honest, I think that when she comes to the full Avengers set of movies, she's not going to do anything with Thanos. She's going to be fighting Adam Warlock the entire time.
Probably.
They're going to be doing their own thing, fighting Galactus and doing a whole bunch of other garbage and leaving Thanos to do whatever she wants.
She's, I want to say, one of the only characters that can beat Thanos.
She can
with
outright
his Infinity Gauntlet.
beat up Thanos, yeah. Like, she didn't even have to try.
With his Infinity Gauntlet on.
Yeah, I mean, he's just as powerful without it. It's just those are added powers.
He's literally more powerful with the gauntlet.
Well, of course, everybody would be, but what I'm saying is he's still got powers to beat all of the Avengers without the gauntlet. He just uses it as a easier way to fulfill his idea of the way life should be. It's just easier for him instead of just literally going planet to planet and murking people. He can just snap his fingers, then he doesn't have to do anything anymore. So it just escalates his plan, but he doesn't necessarily need the stones to still beat all of Earth's mightiest heroes and the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor and all that stuff. But
yeah.
Well, I'm thinking now
because he's a superhuman from Titan. Like, he's not just like every other whatever their species is. He's literally a god of all of them anyways, without the
He's the most powerful of these powerful creatures.
And then he murked all of them. Well, he murked half of them because...
Well, he didn't murk them. They murked themselves.
They messed everything up. And he's like, yeah, you idiots. And then, I don't know if he killed everybody else or if he just left them there to die because they're all dead and he's the last one.
They died, and he's just like, gosh, I'm out.
Oh, that's so sad. But yeah, he's already...
That's so sad.
Currently, he's the most powerful being in the MCU that we know of. Because Dormammu doesn't count because he's literally darkness and the endless void. He doesn't count as a being. He's one of the cosmic beings that they have a role that they're allowed to do, and they can't. Dormammu can't just go and take over places. He's got to have minions, and he's got to follow a certain rule and law. But Thanos can do whatever he wants, kind of thing. If that makes any sense.
Speaking back to Adam Warlock, what's he been doing?
Adam Warlock was just teased in the end credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy V2. He hasn't done anything. Currently in the MCU, he's not even a created being yet.
Right, but see, the thing is...
looking in comics and the character lore, he's basically like Star-Lord, where he came from Earth, and he was a bounty hunter. And then he went into outer space because he's like a celestial or some other godlike being. And then he gains powers of Adam Warlock, and then it's passed down through a bunch of people, similar way.
Well,
Captain
what
Marvel's
I'm saying
passed down.
is,
it's really convoluted, but he's part of the Guardian of the Galaxy
MCU
storyline.
He's created at the end of the second movie.
Yeah,
it's not he came from Earth; he's created by the yellow skin people.
Yeah. I think
but like he's
what are they called?
Because the MCU
Nova Corps. He's built by Nova Corps, even though they're
not
most
Nova
of them
Corps.
Yeah.
Nova Corps got destroyed because they're on Xandar.
The yellow people are.
That's not Nova Corps.
Yeah, they are.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the gold people are.
I will literally Google this right now.
Half of them got blown up because Thanos killed them, and then the other half are with Adam Warlock, I'm assuming. But he's a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy timeline, and I don't know a whole lot about all of that. But I just know he's a godlike.
Guardians both the Guardians movie take place like years before, because they're like in the 1900s, and everything else takes place in the 2000s. What's going on between like whenever Adam Warlock is made at the end of the second movie and the events that we see in the other Marvel movies?
I think he's just chilling with the Nova Corps. I think is what he's doing. I don't think he's doing anything. And I'm pretty sure he's technically a good guy, but he joins Thanos at one point. And they're setting him up to be a bad guy. So I think he's on Thanos' side, at least for the first movie that he shows up in. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't have enough comic book knowledge to know that, but I just know that he fought Thor and Captain America at one time, and then Captain Marvel stepped in after they both got wrecked and was like, hey, you got to chill out, Warlock, and then they fought, and then they decided to become friends. And then one of them got sent to a different dimension or something like that, and then some other random dude was there. It was Hulk or Iron Man or somebody, and then they teamed up. I don't remember. Guardians of the Galaxy is really deep in the lore, and it's very confusing. But you're looking up if it's Novacore, right? That's what you're doing.
You'd be good at that.
Do what, Alex?
The Sovereign. Boom. They're not
Sovereign? I thought they were the Novacore.
The Acons are part of the Novacore.
The yellow people
who are on Xandar. They're yellow skinned, but the Sovereign are the other yellow, like, perfect being.
Oh, okay.
So,
but they were a part of Novacore because that's what he does. Adam Warlock, he's the head of Novacore. But the Sovereign are a species that are just friends with Novacore, right?
Adam Warlock is, as far as I can tell, going to be for a while at least, gonna be a mean bad character because the Sovereign are going to use him as a weapon against Guardians and other people. So he's a bad guy.
Yeah. But
he's in the comics, he's like a completely different character. I get that.
I think they're like, what is it? They're skipping his origin and they're just speeding through to a certain point in the storyline where he's the bad guy. Right. They're just skipping all of that to
what they always do. They're just like, okay, we're gonna just speed this up and go, because I mean, when you think Avengers, the Avengers we know aren't the Avengers. They're the 8th generation of Avengers. And the Avengers we see are never actually all together at the same time. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the group is part of the Avengers, but
they're just a small crew.
Never at the same. Yeah, never at the same time. Like, it used to be like Giant Man and Wasp and
somebody from Fantastic Four was a part of it.
I think the Human Torch, the Android.
There's a couple
is part of the Avengers.
Fox-owned people at the time when Avengers first came out. That's why.
Yeah, I want to say
that's Wolverine. The main reason why is because Fox owned too many IPs.
Wolverine was in the Avengers for a while. Yeah. So
it's theorized that Wolverine was the one that fought Thanos and gave him that scar across his face. That's one of the theories.
Which scars?
The 3 gashes across his eye. I don't remember. I think it's on the left side.
Let me see.
He's got 3 long cuts down the side of his face. But that's through X-Men convoluted, multiple story, multiple universe storyline that they have going, which is utter garbage. And somewhere along that time, Wolverine was booted into outer space and found Thanos and attacked him, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, are you talking about the scars on his biceps and on it like go down towards his eyes and his mouth?
The 3 lines.
That's just.
I mean, of course, they're all just war wounds, but
I think that's just how they are.
But the thing is,
species.
It took 35 minutes to get one cut across his face with all of the Avengers. So all of those cuts and bruises, there's a whole story right there of who's Thanos has fought and almost got beat up by. So there's other massive beings that got wrecked that we don't know about.
I think
that are dope.
The scars that he has all the lines, I think those are just part of his species.
Nah.
I don't think those are specifically.
Those are war wounds, 100%, dude.
No, they're too even to be war wounds, dude. Maybe I'll give it to you. Maybe they're something that in the species, that's something that you get as you get older. You get the different scars, or as you do things, because they're too even to be accidental wounds or injuries he suffered.
If you say so.
They're way too even, because it's literally straight down his bicep.
If it's Wolverine, dude.
Wolverine's
not gonna scissor you. He's gonna go straight down or straight up or stab in and out.
If it's Wolverine, then the only things.
It's not like claws where you can move your fingers around.
The ones on his face,
they're straight.
Are from Wolverine.
They're straight cuts.
But everything else is just straight, and the ones on his arm, there's 5 cuts. So unless Wolverine did two
Double
on
arm
one
grab.
hand, and then
Just
three,
went
and
for
did
it.
that, and then on the other side did the same thing. There's
I
no
know, he
way.
might.
If they were war wounds, they'd be all crisscrossed all over his arms and his body. But I think Thanos is too calculating to let himself get injured. So.
Well, he is now, but you gotta
Okay.
think he's
Look
gotta
it
start
up.
somewhere. Yeah, I just need to read every
Okay.
comic book ever.
That'd be for another time. I guess I could just grab my giant encyclopedia, but
Yeah,
that would
but
take
I don't
more time
know.
than
Is that
this
100% MCU canon or is that
that is
pre-MCU?
It's comic book canon. Everything in that book is comic book canon.
So it's everything Marvel said that we may or may not use in the movies, if we want.
Yeah. Marvel, go ahead. You have our permission. Wolverine did fight Thanos and left him all those scars. That is the origin of the scars. Go ahead and use that if you want. So
That's what I think.
you fellas got anything? Alex is looking pretty
There you
tuckered
go.
out. He's already like
We're at like an
he's
hour
gonna
and 30
close
minutes. So
he's gonna close his laptop and he's gonna pass out. That's what he's gonna do.
I've had class all day. I'm tuckered, like you said.
Get murked by them classes.
We should do like a comic book day. You know, we could just talk about some Marvel stuff. Do some research.
Boy, I'll ruin all of you and all your knowledge.
that's
I
not
don't
even
know,
true,
dude.
bro. You won't
Dude,
ruin
what do you
Alex, and I understand a lot as well. It's not like you'll
I have
ruin my
An
my idea.
encyclopedia of knowledge.
Yeah, but you
I'm not
don't
just
know
making
that.
stuff up out here, Jacob.
Yeah, you are.
No, these
That's all you do.
these are deep theories.
Deep cut.
These aren't necessarily 100% true fact. I'll agree with you on
Jason-
that.
Jason would destroy you, Jacob.
All right, bet.
What, Jason's got it memorized, or
What? Quinn?
I said, does Jason have it memorized? The entire
He has a lot of it.
the entire expanded universe comic book lore.
He knows a lot.
There's way too much, to be honest.
He
And
doesn't
also, I know a lot of
100%,
it's
but-
retconned at this point. Like majority of the
Yeah.
multiple timeline stuff, they've kind of gotten rid of.
Yeah.
And a lot of the new comics, they rebuilt all of the characters, like She-Hulk and She-Thor.
I mean, you have to. At some point, you have to reset.
Yeah,
So
but I'm
to
not
do
about
new
it. I'm not a fan of
storylines and
those.
do new ideas. So
Yeah. He's read a lot of the comics.
But I'm just excited that X-Men are owned by Marvel and Disney now.
I know they're gonna be in
Because
Avengers.
they
too.
were in Deadpool 2. They closed the door on him. It was hilarious. That was one of my favorite little jokes right there. Is where he's making fun of why is there nobody ever in the mansion, and then they just closed the door behind him. That was hilarious.
yeah,
It's a good time. I appreciated that one. So
It was
but-
pretty funny.
that's a good nod for them coming back either in Deadpool or just being around more often.
Avengers, dude. Avengers.
Well, honestly, they're too late, and they built the story where they don't need the X-Men or Fantastic Four. So it could go either way.
No. Captain Marvel shows up, gets her ass kicked.
He says no.
Then the X-Men come in. Then they start, fighting. They fight the remaining Avengers, because they're all sad. They're like, we'll cheer you guys up with a nice scuffle. And then the Fantastic...
you know what would make you so much happy after the battle? Another fight.
Nah, I don't think they'll be used in Infinity War. Maybe they'll come back for other storylines, yes, like Secret War and whatever the other one is. I know there's another one after that. But honestly, a majority of the X-Men needed to be around when the first Avengers happened because they were pivotal in all of that anyways.
Really?
Yeah, they were a major part, not necessarily in the actual fight of New York, but they were doing other things in other places, fighting the Kree army and all of the other bad guys and Loki and a whole bunch of other people. Like there was multiple invasions and multiple attacks that happened that they just didn't have the IP to do because everybody was owned by Fox. And so they're just like, well, Battle in New York was the only thing that happened in the MCU. There was no other places. But in the comics, it's like there was a whole bunch of things happening and a few different universes got blowed up by the Kree army showing up, and then they talked about that in multiple different comics. So going into Secret War, 100% X-Men are going to be more important than the Avengers that we know and all of those superheroes that we currently know in the MCU. They play a way heavier part. So it'll be dope when they finally get added.
He's calling it. You heard it here first, folks. X-Men part of Secret Wars.
They're going to be the main part, honestly. And they kind of have to be because all of the Marvel MCU current superheroes, all the old people want to be out. Chris Evans wants to be done. Robert Downey Jr. doesn't necessarily want to be done, but he's getting too old, so they got to move to the old Iron Man if he's still going to be in it, which means he doesn't do anything. He just hangs out in a tropical island with the random 4 or 5 X-Men that show up every week. So he's going to, him and then Hulk being Professor Hulk and getting rid of Bruce Banner, the character. So he's already out of there. And then a lot of the other people, their contracts are just going to be ended, and they're also getting really old, so they can't fit their characters anymore. So pulling in the X-Men allow them to recast all of the characters and then build longevity, because all those people have to be brand new anyways because they're not in the MCU anyway. So it doesn't matter who we pick up, because you can't just pick up a new Captain America and say, oh yeah, this is the same Captain America that's been here the entire time. You can't do that. But you can be like, yeah, this is Human Torch that's just always been around, just hasn't been in the MCU yet. You can say that. That's easy to do. But changing the core people that we have now, just adding new actors and then just keeping them going, you can't do.
They're going to retcon the Fantastic Four again.
They'll rebrand the stuff from Fox coming over, but that's a lot easier to do than saying, oh yeah, you remember Iron Man 1 and Samuel L. Jackson is no longer Nick Fury because he died or he's just too old and can't act anymore. So they gotta do stuff for that. They can barely make him look 40 years younger or whatever in the Captain Marvel comic, and not the comic, but in the trailer.
I saw that, and I was like, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, they did a good job because they have the CGI and they have the ability to do that, but at the same time, you can only do that so long before he just physically can't do it anymore.
He reminded me of his character in Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen the movies, but I've seen his character. It's like the same character, but with shorter hair.
Yeah. So it makes sense what they'll do with all of that. And it's disappointing because I like all of the Avengers and all of the superheroes we have right now, but you also got to think about real world, the actors. They can't just do this one series forever, nor do majority of them really want to.
Right.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. and I know there was somebody else that was like, this is the project I want to do forever. I really enjoy it. I don't remember who it was, but Captain America is like, I've wanted to been out for like 5 years now. I just have a 10-year contract, so I can't. So, I think it was Hemsworth was the other guy that was like, I'm down to keep doing this. So, it's something. I'll enjoy it no matter what they do, to be honest.
Yeah. MCU always puts out good movies.
Yeah, it's better than DC. We won't even talk about that.
DC sucks.
We won't even go there.
Good choices.
I don't think DC comics, the characters don't suck. It's just what Warner Brothers is doing with their IP is what sucks. They're just,
I've said it since the beginning. They are trying so hard to play catch up.
No, I think they're trying to be a step ahead, but they just physically can't nor have the money to do it. But they want to be. They want to be ahead of Marvel, but they just can't. They need to be like, okay, let Marvel do their thing and expand and be the front runner. And then you just come up behind and you just put good content that's just in a different universe. But you use what they use, because people will be like, okay, that was cool and what Marvel did with it, and now DC's using it, but these are completely different characters, but it looks just as good.
Well, what I'm saying is they are trying to play catch up is like they realized probably halfway through phase 2, phase 3 or whatever, they were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They
had the 3 Batman movies and they're like, we don't know what to do. Because all we have is 3 Batman
then they
movies.
realized Marvel was like, they had been pumping this out for years, and so they're like, oh shit, they just released this huge IP of the Avengers and like have this huge branding going now, and so now they're just like, oh well, we have characters, we can do the same thing.
But they didn't build a 25-year story.
It wasn't 25 years; it's 10 years.
No, I mean like they took 25 years to build this story. They didn't just. I was kind of exaggerating with 25, but I'm meaning Warner Brothers just like we need to do Justice League in 1 year. They did it in 1 year.
Like 2 years, they've pumped out.
Yeah, they didn't think about the story. They didn't build years worth of story.
Yeah,
I think Marvel's got 10 more years just planned in backup, but they're just waiting on IPs to fill them. But they have that story set up and they're ready to go.
I mean, as far as I know, they don't have a Squirrel Girl movie yet. Bring Squirrel Girl out.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
They got plenty of time, but I think
get those deep cut characters.
Marvel's got a lot of backstory just ready to go whenever they get a character or they have the story.
I think it's Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, and then they got like 15 Netflix stories that they are also building. I mean, they're separate studios that are working on them,
but it's still under Marvel's control.
But technically, so it's all connected to the MCU. Also, it's not MCU as in cinema 2-hour movie, but it's MCU world. It's all the same world space, which is where they're going to use a lot of their X-Men characters, I think, in the main part. And I think that's where they're going to grow their Avengers V2, because all of those guys got to be kicked out eventually because She-Hulk, She-Thor, the new Captain America, Bucky Barnes / whoever the other guy is that takes over, the other, not young Iron Man, but there's some other super smart character that shows up. That's part of Avengers Team 2, the Young Avengers, or whatever the crap they're called. So I think that's where they're going to build that, is through the Netflix series. And then if it gets enough and they finally get rid of the contracts for the main actors, then they'll pump them into the MCU cinematic actual movies. But
we'll see.
That's all a theory and an idea, but knowing their track record so far, I can definitely see that, because it is Netflix. Their Netflix shows are doing really well.
Right.
I haven't watched a lot of them, but they're all top of Netflix's charts, so that's saying something.
Yeah. All right. I think that's good for today.
Yeah, Alex is about to take his nap, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alex is about to pass out, so he's all sorts of comfy.
I'm trying, guys.
So yeah, well, we're gonna go ahead and end the podcast. I don't know. I probably am gonna go live stream or record something, at least play some games. But that's just me. That'll be twitch.tv/ownerd if you want to check that out.
Get that plug.
Yep. And I may or may not put that in the edited video. I don't know if I want to actually put the link, but it'll be in the description down below. And as always, their stuff will be in the description. It'll be there until they need something new to be put down there. And then if I remember the other links that we have, I'll try and put those in.
The TED Talk, and then
if Jacob gets me those.
Frank. Yeah. And then what was that? What was the first one we talked about?
I don't even know. I'll just go back through and I'll probably rewatch it anyways. And look, but
fair enough.
They should be there if I remember. So
yeah. Alrighty.
Thanks everybody for watching. Everybody have a great day. Everybody. Well, I'll catch you guys hopefully we can record this weekend. But if not, I'll see you guys later. So
alrighty.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.